Hearthstone just silently banned a card from Standard, and I bet some of you guys don't even know what the Replicator actually even does. This card is now banned from deck building in Standard, and there's a very good reason for it. If you guys haven't experienced this bug, then I'm going to go ahead and give a thumbs up to Blizzard for actually doing what is needed in order to prevent this bug from happening. But I'm also going to be using today as a way of really picking at Blizzard, asking them, why are there so many bugs happening in Hearthstone right now? It just feels like every single deck that I play has some sort of weird interaction that doesn't work the way that it's supposed to, and one deck in particular that I feel like is really bugged right now is actually Quest Mage. And I'm going to show you guys a clip that's going to be a sneak peek of the video we're coming out with tomorrow, because I need one more day in order to solidify Quest Mage. We've been going hard on the daily content, and honestly, I've been kind of losing sleep over it. But regardless, I want to show you guys a couple of things that are just kind of wrong with the game, because it really feels like recently there are a lot of ways to abuse bugs in Hearthstone for your own benefit, and this is a great example of what has been going on. So HSReplay has a ton of decks, by the way, a ton of decks that are called Replicator-inator Warrior, where the whole point of the deck is to gain 5 armor, so that way you can play Part Scrapper. Then you can set up a turn where you can play Replicator into Ancient of Yore. And what is going on is that when Replicator summons another copy of Ancient of Yore, that copied Ancient of Yore is now a permanent dormant minion on the field, and it will literally never awaken. And for some reason it's bugged, so you get 2 card draws as well as 2 stacks of armor. So you get 10 armor, 2 card draws permanently every single turn. So then after you do that, you just play Kill Jaden, you just never take fatigue, and it is legitimately one of the most annoying ways to win the game, because your opponent is beating you with something that shouldn't even be in the game to begin with. You know, we just got rid of the Ancient of Yore Dark Gift interaction with Nightmare Lord Zavis, where it's very similar. If you got the copy where it summoned a 2/2 copy of the Ancient of Yore, when that happened, it would actually do the same thing where it would draw you twice, so you would gain 10 armor and draw 2 cards from that one copy, the 1/2/2 copy of the Ancient of Yore. But for some reason with Replicator, there's a glitch that made the Ancient of Yore just never awaken, and that is, well, another step in the wrong direction. And if this is how hard coding games are, then I'm really not envious of whoever has this job. But it just feels like there are a lot of problems right now, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys what can happen when the game is completely broken. It's like there were some people that were also doing this with Rogue, where they were playing Scoundrel in order to discount the Ancient of Yore as well as the Replicator, because you can do that very easily with a 1-mana Scoundrel and Shadow Step, and then the same thing would happen. You would just play a 7/7 that makes you never fatigue, and you'll just literally never die. Even Owl Druid players are being like, come on, man, this is a little bit too much, isn't it? And luckily, this has been dealt with before any major tournament is happening, because there is a big playoff tournament happening, I believe, next week. So if you guys are interested in competitive Hearthstone, would definitely suggest checking that out. But I also want to show you guys another bug that has happened to me recently, and this is going to be a sneak peek at what is going on in tomorrow's video, where we're talking about Quest Mage as a whole. And I really just wanted to share this clip with you all, because Hearthstone is just really bugged right now. And I really can't think of a better example where I have this high roll, right? I have this high roll. I Doom Maidened into a Volcaros, which is just absolute chef's kiss. Love that that happened. But let's see what happens when I play the Volcaros. I have 21 corpses, right here, 21 corpses. It spends 10 because what happened is the weapon thought I was discovering, and you could argue, yes, it's the same mechanic. It's very similar to how Discover works, but then even when the weapon chose an option, it didn't give my Volcaros any stats, and it did take away corpses from me. So it's like, bro, I can't even enjoy a high roll in Hearthstone, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a fair warning when you watch tomorrow's video. This game in particular, I got very mad. I got very salty because I had a moment that was super freaking funny and super cool, and you can argue it's still super funny and super cool, but I don't even get to reap the benefit out of it, man. I'm so upset. I could have had maybe a 25, 35 minion if I had enough corpses, but the game just doesn't allow that to happen. It just isn't worked as it's intended. And Zeddy made this video yesterday talking about how Hearthstone is broken, and honestly, man, I agree with him. There's a lot of things that are just kind of wrong about the game today, and I just wanted to use my voice, wanted to use my clips and my suffering in order to tell Blizzard, we gotta fix this, man. This is just a problem. I do not like how it seems like every other archetype and every other game, we're having crashes, we're having bugs that really feel like they shouldn't be there, that feel like they should have been play tested to some kind of capacity. Some of this stuff getting under the radar, I have no problem with. It's a game, bugs are going to happen, but it feels like the amount of bugs that are happening recently happens a lot more frequently, it happens a lot more often, and I just needed to use this space to rant about it for a little bit. So if you guys like this kind of content, yada yada yada, hit the subscribe button. Quest Mage will be coming out tomorrow, and we're also doing some Marvel Rivals during this week because I'm trying to do some variety gaming. So if you want to have some fun with us, like the button, hit the blah blah blah. We'll see you for the next video.